In this video, I am going to be sculpting monsters we all know, but from memory. I haven't seen any of these since I last watched the movies they're from, which in most cases is decades. All right, monster number one, the pocket monster Ditto. Nailed it. I only did that to trick you. I'm actually going to be sculpting these in virtual reality because, well, it's much quicker and more fine-tuned, and I can 3D print them and we can paint them from memory too. Okay, this is ShapeLab VR, which, I mean, from the imagery of the website and the program itself, it's sort of extra adept at sculpting monsters, which I know from experience because the last time I was in here, I sculpted this guy, and this guy, and oh my God. And it's really fun and I wanted to do it again. The first monster I will be doing from memory is not Ditto, but is Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't seen that movie in a criminally long time, but I feel like he's a pretty gentle place to start. Oogie Boogie, big boy. He's just a big sack, right? Oh, I'm not doing this with symmetry on. Nah, that's all right. I don't need to for the first one. Give him some extra bum pixels. I mean, I feel like I'm already getting an Oogie Boogie vibe. He's a sack, right? Like he's just a big sack. Let's give him a little feet poking out here. Have I gone too? I think I've gone too far. Now he's just 90% belly. All right, let's wind him back a little bit. Sorry, Oogie Boogie. It all comes down to the face, which is really going to be hollowed out. I mean, I don't know if I'm getting any closer. This might be one where the paint job will rescue it. I feel like he's got one of these sort of like Halloween-y, jack-o'-lantern-y type faces. I don't remember anything about Oogie Boogie, I'm sorry.
Except that he talks a little bit like this.
Does he? Maybe.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
Jack Skellington, Merry Christmas.
I mean, you know, this isn't bad. I just don't know if it's good. But this is our warm-up, let's face it. No offense, Ditto. Now, he definitely has like patch texture things, but here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna clay carve a texture. Maybe I've gone overboard with the texture, but that's okay. It'll dial a little bit back in the next step because what I'm gonna do is grab this crease tool and have it pop out, blue instead of red, and run along and make seams for our Oogie Boogie sack. Could have used a better way of phrasing that, but yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. Look at that butt! Oh my God, what have I done? Look, this isn't my strongest performance. It's my warm-up, but it's all right, it's not very good. Honestly, guys, I don't think I can improve him a lot more, but this is my first one. So let's throw him on the 3D printer and see if really I nailed it. Now, I'm not gonna be trying to do monsters from memory by myself. Murray's gonna be doing it too, which means if you get the colors wrong, I can share the blame. First thing you need to do is let me know who you think it is so I can see how I did.
Guess who as well, all right?
And then we need to see if we can both remember the colors before you take it and see if you can make it happen.
This is you shifting more responsibility on me. Can I remember your colors?
Okay, you ready?
I'm so ready. It's Oogie Boogie.
Okay, cool. Yay!
Hell yeah.
Success!
Oh, I like his bum.
Yeah. Do you like how I did a drainage hole right there in the middle?
Nice. It's been so long since I've seen it, then this has now sort of overridden any memory I have.
I know,
so I'm like,
right?
yeah, this is him.
Yeah, at least this is an easy one to start off with color, right?
Yes.
Let's see how you go.
Yeah.
Good luck.
really appreciate the amount of texture you put on this.
And
it made it a lot easier.
It was a one-step texture.
It's all dry brushing.
All dry brushing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think he's just like one color, right? That's sort of like...
He's a sandbag.
Yeah, it's
He's like Hessian sack.
But I remember from the movies, like there's a lot of like heavy atmosphere lighting and such.
Yeah, it was like he was the recipient of all the dramatic lighting on him.
Yeah.
So it's like that sort of mid-tone desaturated, like is really good at receiving color. Whereas I think the actual character, from memory...
I think he's a bit bland as he
Yeah.
is. But yeah, I sort of went for that sort of moody, muddy, he's got some like browns and greens in him, and he sort of ended up like this.
I think he looks great. I think if someone gave him to me, I'd be like, I have no, like that's Oogie Boogie.
This is exactly what he looks like in my mind. I can't wait to see how wrong both of us are.
What? Oh,
Portions-
that's pretty good! You nailed the colour.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's pretty good.
I think you nailed it. I think that was a stunning success.
Nailed it. And everything else will be just as precise, I'm sure.
We're gonna ramp up the difficulty level. Okay, next up, the Hydra from Disney's Hercules. I feel like the nose must have been like really long and thin, or was it like wide? I don't remember. That's why it's a challenge. There was something about its eyes that was super like memorable, apparently. I just can't remember it. Ooh. I remember bigger lower jaw, like teeth that sort of stick out like that. What the f is this? I love you, you love me. This is just a giant dinosaur. What's the Hydra look like? Not this. We got big spikes coming out from the head here. This is just a weird dinosaur. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this? Nope. Maybe the front of the mouth needs to just come back and up. Ooh. I feel like this is closer. I'm doing something. Yes, I'm getting somewhere. Okay. I actually feel pretty good about this head foundation. And I'm gonna have a few heads because, well, it's the Hydra, which is why I have separated the lower jaw. So I can do a little bit of that. And as you can guess, it's just a matter of finalizing the details of my head, then duplicating them, reposing them, and connecting them all by 3 long snaky necks into one body. Oh, sorry to interrupt your very satisfying montage, but I have a little announcement for the Brits among you. I'm actually going to be in England in a couple of weeks. Specifically, I'm going to be attending Makers Central in Birmingham, which is happening on the 17th and 18th. Tickets are still available, so if you want to come see me and say hi, I'm going to be doing a talk on how to make anything and everything all at once. And I'm even going to be doing a fireside chat with Bobby Duke Arts on the Sunday. So I'm really pumped to go there and can't wait to see some of you if you've got your tickets, and if you haven't and you're nearby, it's in Birmingham, 17th and 18th. We are well overdue for a catch up, and I look forward to seeing you then. All right, back to virtual reality. Now, it may not be perfect or exactly what I remember, but this is closer than I thought I would get, especially at the start of doing this one. So now it's a matter of 3D printing and handing it over to Murray to see if he can guess who it is and paint them just like he remembers. Monster number 2.
Ooh. Hey, is that the Hydra from Hercules?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew my boy.
Okay, cool.
I think their jaws are a bit more square. But the eyes look really good, particularly with the brown. I feel like they're on point, but they're colored really dark black, as in like a lot of shading around them.
Okay, yes, you're right. Yeah, because the eyes themselves I remember as yellow.
I think they were like quite a vibrant purple and then like a dark purple, almost black spines. Going purely off memory. One of my favorite things, and if I get it wrong, I'll cry.
Well, I believe you can go the distance, so good luck.
Yay, reference. So this one is personally important to me, because this is one of my favorite movies, and if I get it wrong, I'll be traumatized. But I just remember basically really dramatic lighting, which one for the mood, two to sort of hide any imperfections with, like, it was like early Disney CGI for this as well. So I went for really smooth colors with airbrushing. sort of to get that feel. And I feel that there is acid green on him somewhere. I don't know if it was his tongue or like the
eyes,
spit.
maybe? Was it his eyes?
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's one of those three areas. It's the mouth or the eyes.
Yeah. The airbrushing looks really cool and it
Yeah.
definitely helps to capture that sort of early 3D vibe that Disney had in the Hercules
Yeah,
movie.
I thought it worked really well. I was really happy with that.
There's something we're not hitting and I don't know what it is. And I mean both in color and character. I feel like the faces are more like the eels in Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah, the moray eels. Yeah.
With that said, let's give ourselves a little round of applause because this is cool. Oh, whoa.
Oh, wow.
They're like way more caricatureful in the face, like the mouth.
The mouth just wraps around. It doesn't stop. It's just teeth.
The eyes are like orange red.
I couldn't remember if like the eyes were actually like, you know, the black sclera or something, but I thought, no, they need to be lit somehow. I don't feel too bad about that.
Well, it's a freaking cool result.
Yeah.
The model looks cool. we do a good job. The next monster I have not seen in a very long time that I'm going to be trying to sculpt is the Rancor. This is the big beastie thing from Return of the Jedi, I think. I don't know. Let's go. I thought that I should download an STL of the animal that I thought most reminded me of the Rancor, the bulldog. You know, gives me a starting point. We're gonna make some massive changes right off the bat. Get rid of the ears. I don't remember any Rancor ears being a thing. Why is it glossy? Whatever material it's automatically assigned is like sort of unnerving me. Good boy. You will shine for me. Okay. As I recall, Rancor is wide. I'm gonna take these arms and go, whoa, there we go. Boom. Until he doesn't look like a bulldog at all, he's just gonna look like a weirder and weirder bulldog. I really actually don't know what the Rancor looks like. So everything from here, sort of just guessing. Pretty sure the face is like bigger and wider than I sort of have got here at the moment. And there's like a lot of teeth. I'm getting vibes. I'm getting vibes from this. Eyes, maybe they're like beady and round or something, but they're also quite buried from memory. I mean, all monsters have brows. It's how they look angry. Now, I'm just genuinely curious. Let me know in the comments, like, does this remind you of the Rancor if you haven't seen it recently? You know what I mean? Like, just off the top of your head, if you saw this, would you be like, oh, that's the thing from Star Wars, that's in the fighting pit thing, right? Let me know if I'm close. If not, yeah, I'm not surprised. But this is feeling pretty cool regardless if it's accurate or not. With the anatomy coming together, this thing is looking really beastly and really cool. So now it's just a matter of really sort of cutting in the edges and adding in some skin folds and sharper details to the musculature before finally, at the end, I can add touches of detail to the flesh, which will really make this thing feel grungy. You ready? Number 3.
Oh. This reminds me of like one of the things from like Doom 3 or something.
What else comes to mind?
Big, angry dog. Is this one of the monsters from Star Wars Episode 2 from the arena?
You reckon? Yeah, that's what it's meant to be. Rancor.
Oh, Rancor.
Rancor?
Oh, that's episode 6. Not episode 2, Rancor.
Oh, Rancor. Wait, did I sculpt the wrong thing? I sculpted the wrong thing. It just said Rancor and I just had to try and... I can't Google it. What's a Rancor?
You're actually not too far off.
Of the Rancor?
It's just standing up on 2 legs. It's about the same otherwise.
Wait, is the Rancor the one that he sleeps in?
No, that's a Tauntaun.
Oh my god!
Rancor, you know when he visits Jabba the Hutt? And he drops him into the pit.
That's a...
And there's the big monster down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Rancor.
That's what I thought I was doing.
Hey!
That's actually what I thought I was doing.
Good save. That's on camera.
But I pictured like a bulldog, but maybe that's just because when he was crushed. So just imagine, maybe this is an accurate sculpt if we just put like a steel gate onto his neck there.
Yeah, it is. I'm still impressed.
Okay. I've lost all confidence in how I've done with this one.
I think you have the sort of musculature, all the muscles, and a lot of like
Just
folding.
like swollen.
Fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like if someone was skinned and then basically painted like sandstone, I think.
And you airbrushed this one, mostly that sort of sandy building up to those highlights. It's those sharp little punches that look the nicest though, like those
Yeah, the finishing touches.
bone teeth and claws and stuff. It's so cool. This looks cool in a vacuum. Mm-hmm. If I showed you this, like wait, none of this ever happened. Hey, what's this from?
Not Star Wars.
So close. They're totally different species.
It's a lot darker. I think you'll find I painted according to the appearance of the Rancor in the book of Boba Fett.
All right, stop. That's what I remember. That's what I sculpted.
There you go. That's perfect.
It's squished under the cat. That's exactly it. We nailed it.
Mouth and everything.
That's the freaking Rancor. That's what I had in my head. I'm not crazy. It is the same. I did the Rancor just at a very specific moment.
You did. You actually did.
I'm still tempted to call that a success. Now for a complete tonal shift. The lucky last monster of this video is actually going to be from Monsters, Inc. And I'm going to attempt to do Randall, who is, well, the bad guy, the mean monster in Monsters, Inc. He's like gecko-y / like a chameleon, but is also a Pixar character. So just way more simplified and stylistic. He goes like, okay, that wasn't very helpful. I feel like his face is like pretty wide, like slightly pointy, but also pretty wide. And he's definitely like got big round eyeballs. He glares, he's got like evil eyes. How do we convey that? He looks bored. He's got like a mean, grumpy face, so he's gotta have a mouth that looks a bit mean, grumpy. I actually feel like that's getting somewhere. I'm starting to get Randall vibes. Okay, I think his arms are on his waist, but I don't want to give him too much shape because I actually think he's like meant to be a little insectoidy and slithery. I know I have to make that sound before I say the word. And I feel like his fingers have like those lizardy, gecko-y things where they're like big on the ends and like flatter on the tops. I think this is definitely a vibe. Having his tail come back up like this, I've thinned it out a bit though, so let's thicken him up. I don't know what sort of legs he has. I feel like that's something, maybe. I can never be too confident with these because then I'm wrong. Am I doing a car insurance gecko? I feel like I am. I don't think he has much junk in the trunk. I think he's got a pretty straight back. And then he has like these antennae. So there's definitely one from like the middle of the head, but I feel like he has more than that. He has a few, doesn't he? Ooh, I think they taper out. I think they're like little sharp ones. Is that the right amount though? I don't know. I'm at the point now where I feel like I've got enough of Randall that I'm happy, but I'm definitely off in ways that I can't pick. With that said, I'm happy to call this done because I think because Monsters, Inc. is so colorful and cartoony, maybe it's color that's gonna really make it him.
Yeah, Monsters, Inc.
Yay!
Randall.
That's right. Okay, cool.
That expression is so good. He's so done with the world. That's perfect.
Cool.
I think he has some sort of like spots going down him.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Good luck, sir.
This one was a challenge, if only to draw from memory, but also to make it different to the other purple thing I painted.
That's true. That's true. And
I feel from my memory, He was entirely purple, but he could change to anything. He had a lot of the sheen of scales.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Pixar was starting to do all that cool stuff. I remember around his mouth, he had those prominent scales.
I think you're right. I do remember that too now that you mention it. For some reason, my brain is going to like a teal somewhere, but I'm not sure where. And then I sort of think, oh, that's Sully. You know, so like I could be totally wrong.
I'm starting to think that he has spots somewhere in his body, but now I think Sully did as well.
Yes.
I'm not sure if he did.
I do think this is one you could show anyone and they'd be like, oh, that's...
I think you've got
that's
the
Randall.
mood.
I mean, that's... But I missed a few limbs.
Oh, yeah. He does do all the gesturing.
The tail turns teal. There's teal.
Yeah.
I just didn't know where, and it wasn't spots or anything. It's really weird. I wouldn't have remembered that. But actually, we got really close.
It's funny, yeah, the tail turns to teal scales, and I put teal scales all over him, just in different spots, like the light is hitting him.
So there's something in your brain that mapped onto that. That's really cool. I actually reckon this one is pretty good.
Yeah.
And from memory, I reckon we did pretty good.
I think you got the expression bang on.
Honestly, I reckon all of our little monsters lined up, this is much more of a success than a flop. I'm biased, but please let us know in the comments what you think, how you feel, Murray.
Pretty good, yeah. I think I got like the overall color of everything pretty damn pat. Oh, I'm really happy with that.
The paint jobs are fantastic. It's all come together really well. It's really fun.
Sitting there in the other room being like, oh, I hope I don't let down Mr. Jazza with the coloring.
The bonus is that because none of these are copied from copyright properties, they're all visually very distinct, I can share them with you. So
Hooray.
My patrons who get the behind the scenes tier and up, you'll be getting these models, which I've done in previous videos too. So if you're interested in getting a little bit of a fun behind the scenes, but also every now and then some goodies, go check it out. And a huge thank you to the patrons for making this channel happen. And a huge thank you to you for helping me in this video.
Not sued, yes.
That was, not yet.
Nice. Well, thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun.
This was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, we should do this again sometime.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Goodbye.
Perfect.